Hi there. You're very welcome to another episode of Diplomatic License, of course, right here on your station of choice, City TV. My name is Apioko. Now, last week, we had a very, very exciting time with His Excellency Dr. Francis Chisaka Kasolo, who is the country rep of the WHO, that's the World Health Organization, to Ghana. Now, we did everything from tour the offices of the WHO in Ghana to have some dinner. We rode bikes, something Doc got me to do that I didn't know I could still do. And we had a beautiful conversation with his daughters as well. Now, for the first part of this episode, we're doing a night out with Doc's boys. And so I'm the only girl. I'm very happy. Gonna roll with the boys, and so I'm here at his house, and we would have done something maybe more outdoorish, but because COVID is still in the mix, we're playing it safe and chilling at home. Okay, so you know what, when we come back, then I will introduce Doc, and of course he will in turn introduce his friends. My name is Apioko. Welcome once again to Diplomatic License. Doc, good to see you again.
Well, thank you, and welcome back again.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for inviting me. You know, the Christmas song that was raining in 2021 was this. You want to chill with the big boys. So that's how I feel like I'm living the music right now. Yes, so thank you, and gentlemen, thank you for allowing us to put our cameras on you. I know it can't be easy, but please relax. Relax. But Doc, I'll ask you to introduce your friends.
Okay. These are people that you rightly pointed out we hang out with on free days. Mm-hmm. But I'll start with my big brother, Dr. Dela Dovlo. We've known each other for some time. We work together in the World Health Organization, and he is retired, and when I came to Ghana, he was one of the very early people to welcome me to Ghana. But also we share a professor of medicine, the Ghanaian professor, the Professor Joe Pobi, was his professor when he was doing medicine.
He's a legend.
Yes, and Professor Joe Pobi came to Zambia and helped run the Department of Medicine for more than 10 years. And he's a gentleman that fortunately taught me medicine, but at the same time got me a scholarship to go to the UK, and indeed got me a wife. So we have some commonality there other than just working for the same organization.
Before we even, well, you didn't, he did.
Yeah.
You must feel cheated.
Absolutely.
Dr. Pobi was a Ghanaian too.
I was his houseman and his student and all that. And I did even visit him in Lusaka some time ago, and but they didn't get us lucky as well.
Yeah.
That is a lovely story. And I'll ask you a little bit more about how that happened shortly.
Sure.
But we have two other gentlemen.
Yeah, and
very handsome gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
So all your friends are handsome.
Well,
you didn't even let me learn. Is there a criteria?
Well, they say what monkey play by sizes. So so in a way, it's just a coincidence that we met. But these are very good friends that I've met here in Accra.
Okay.
When I came, one of my passion is golf, and I'm sure we're going to get time.
Yes.
Yeah,
tomorrow morning
to go and play golf.
Or I'll be trying to play golf.
Yeah. So we in the Achimota Golf Club, they have a Saturday group called the Silver Foxes.
So these are the Silver Foxes.
So although one of the foxes doesn't have silver, but he's joining. But that's a group that draws membership from really across the continent, across the globe. We have Ghanaians, we have other Africans, we have Europeans, and the criteria is really that you need to have some gray hair to join and play on Saturday.
So how? Okay, that counts. That counts. That's
yes,
some.
Yeah.
3 is some.
And then on Sunday we have what we call the Achimota group, which is really retired senior citizens of Ghana, lawyers, doctors, who also we like to mingle with. So that's where I met Philip. Philip is from Ghana. From Kenya.
Okay.
And he's a banker. He will explain which bank he works for.
I see.
And then we have Darlington. It's really a good name, Darlington.
It's a name that I have to sing. Darlington, Darlington.
So Darlington is from Zimbabwe.
Darlington, my darling.
Yeah. He's from Zimbabwe. He's been in the insurance business. He will explain what he's been doing here in Accra and in Ghana. So these are some of the people that we hung out with on Fridays and sometimes weekends. There are more. It's just that with the COVID, we thought we would stay indoors. But there's a larger group that we meet outside our homes to
and
relax.
I mean, initially when we started planning to spend some time on camera, on screen, we had spoken about going out. But of course, then Omicron did its thing and we had to re-strategize. But where are some of the places that you would typically go, if you're not meeting at home? The places that you can talk about on TV.
One of the things that I like is really traveling out of Accra, visiting towns outside Accra. And one of the places that I normally would want to go and rest is in Keta.
Okay.
By the white sandy beaches of Keta, relaxing and then come back.
Okay, so on Dr. Dovlo's turf.
That's Dr. Dovlo's turf. But I also sometimes go up in the eastern region. I go to Cape Coast. But if I'm in Accra, most of the time we either visit each other at home. We have a small what you call local where we normally would go and sit and have a drink.
Okay.
Dr. Dera will probably mention it, but it's called Last Stop.
Last stop over.
Yeah, so it's a place.
It's a powerful name.
Yeah, you watch your TV.
Name.
From there you go home. So there are a number of places. I think one of the things that Accra has is obviously a number of places where you can sit and unwind from a busy week.
Absolutely.
We also go sometimes to Osu. Yeah, but we'll keep it at that. Next time we do the program.
Expand, I said,
we will go into more details next time we do the program after COVID.
After COVID, yes. So let me start with you, Darlington. So you're into insurance.
Yeah, am I allowed to disclose the name? Yeah, so until Monday next week, I'm working for Allianz Insurance Company, which is a German global company, and I'm the CEO for Ghana.
I told you, we're rolling with the big boys, big boys.
But I'm taking early retirement, and I'm also
because you're a silver fox.
Because I'm a silver fox. No, but seriously, I want to venture into entrepreneurship, so I'm moving back to South Africa, which is my adopted home after Zimbabwe. And one of the reasons also I'm moving to South Africa is because I want to create a link between South Africa, Ghana, or Ghana and Southern Africa. So I'll invite these guys to come and play golf in Southern Africa and tour a few countries, do a few things and get to mingle and connect with their compatriots. So that's the second reason. The most important reason is I want to be there with family and play catch up. As an expat, that's one of the missing links in life, that you can enjoy where you are as your adopted home, but family also, if you're not with your family, they suffer, so you need to go back at some point.
So your family is in South Africa?
South Africa.
Okay. Have they visited Ghana?
Yeah, one of my sons has been here a few times. The other one has always found reason not to come. I think one of the biggest things this is why I think it's important to create that link between countries and regions, is that when you sit in Southern Africa, you know Ghana in terms of where it is geographically and on the map. But to have the energy and the willingness to go and to come and visit is another story.
That's very true.
So we have to
very
create,
far away.
Yeah, we have to create that interest as Africans, so that we get to discover culturally and from a tourism point of view what each region or countries have to offer. So that's what I'm going to do.
It sounds like a very fun retirement plan. I'll consult you, and I guess I'll come to South Africa and...
Well, when I run out of money, then I'll start looking for a job, which might be a month or 2 months after I go down there. But yeah, so that's the plan.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. Or maybe you could do some farming with...
Yeah, we'll go
Doc
farming.
here, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Farm some soya beans and whatnot. Yeah. But that's wonderful. And okay, so Philip, what about you? You're a banker.
Yes, I am a banker. Well,
not too far away from insurance.
No, financial sector. We're in the same space. I got here in February. I work for a bank, but as a consultant. So I have been a banker for, well, my entire career. A couple of years back, I retired with my silver hair. And,
we can't see it.
And got into consultancy. And what brought me here is some work that Consolidated Bank, which is CBG, required some of my services, some help. And that's the reason I'm here. I'm working with them for some time. And once that's done, I look for the next opportunity, but I have actually been here since February 2021. Got a couple of months to go and then go back home.
Okay, so I imagine you're one of the consultants who's, I mean, of course, CBG is a creation post our financial, what we're calling our financial crisis,
yes.
Our financial restructuring, so in Ghana. So one of the consultants helping to, then yes. You see another big man, like you're not working at the bank, you're consulting for the bank. No, but that's very interesting.
Yes.
And you're from Kenya.
And I am from Kenya.
Home of nightlife.
Oh yes. It doesn't.
We know. We know.
Nairobi, especially,
Not on Friday
is
night.
a busy town. A lot of fun, a lot of things to do, and yeah, I've been. Ironically, I have been in that industry, not just in the party part, but I've also been in the industry myself, and I enjoyed it. But I also retired from that.
Okay. So were you running a nightclub, a restaurant, a pub?
Yes. I was running one of the biggest clubs in Nairobi at one time for about 10 years, as a part-time thing, not full-time. I've been in banking.
So your side gig was one of the biggest clubs in Nairobi.
Well, yes, and it was a good thing. It was a good experience, but it needed younger blood. So I needed to let go of it and focus on what I am better at.
Talking about silver foxes and the fact that he doesn't have the...
Yeah, like he's talking very much like a silver fox.
No, but you have to look at his...
Yeah, I can see it. Yes.
That's my qualification, actually. The hair distribution qualifies me.
Maybe the doctors can help you.
Oh, yeah.
Link you to now there are all these hair transplants.
It's true.
But I mean, Philip, great to have you in Ghana and for as long as you can.
Thanks. But by the way, this is not the first time I'm working in Ghana. When I started my career in 1996, I worked here.
Now you're exposing your age, oh.
I worked right here with another bank. That time I was an employee of a bank called Standard Chartered Bank, and I was here for a couple of months. Yeah. That's when I started off my career and built it up to where I am today.
So your beginnings of banking were partly in Ghana?
Yes, they were. It was actually about a year after I started my first job in Kenya, I got posted here for a couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ghana, the cradle of banking.
Yeah, they say the cradle of banking. That's what they.
According to Philip.
According to Philip, Ghana's the cradle of banking. But okay, so Dr. Dovlo, you are retired.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
What's your specialty when it comes to medicine?
Yes, I am not in the clinical field. I'm in public health. And that's what I worked in. He's a physician specialist as well as in the public health area. So that's what I did. I worked in Ghana for many years before working internationally. First in Namibia. Came back to Ghana, worked a bit, and then joined WHO for I think 15 years before and then I retired because I was already old when.
But you escaped the COVID pressure.
Oh, absolutely! I was so happy.
Yeah, but he didn't. The Ebola he didn't.
Oh, my Ebola you walked into.
I walked into in Brazzaville in the regional office. I was just appointed as it was beginning to blow up, and that was quite an experience. No, Ebola was 2014.
Oh, okay, so the recent
Yeah, the
Ebola.
West African
Yes.
Ebola.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
I'm not as old as he is. Though I must say, my class of doctors celebrated 40 years of graduation in 2020. So,
That's a whole. In 2020, not even in 2021.
You know, the great thing is retirement. If you take retirement in your stride, at your own, in your own terms and so on, you live happy. I mean, when he was leaving, Dr. Dovlo was leaving, he was tired. I mean, the work of the organization was just too much. We were coming through reforms. We had gone through the West Ebola crisis. Yeah, the criticism, you bottled it. And then when he was leaving, he said, look, I've had my time. I'm not going to ask for extensions. I'm going. Next time we saw him, he gone into reverse. He's young.
He ran away from
He
the
ran away
pressures
from
of-
trouble. The stresses of our work is sometimes unbelievable. But now when you're working at your own pace, you decide when to wake up, you decide, I'm not going for this meeting. You recover from that stress. But really sometimes our work is so stressful.
So I look at myself in the mirror 4 years ago when I came to Ghana, to how I look like today, and I just look at my hair as a benchmark.
That you need to give room.
You take a step back. But
I still keep active.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I do bits of consulting here and there. We've just finished almost the health policy, a new health policy for Rwanda, about concluding them.
consult.
Oh yeah, globally.
Yeah, and this thing. But I still serve my country with the Faculty of Public Health at the Ghana College of Physicians. I chair that and trying to give.
See how he casually
back.
says, I chair that.
It's a contribution.
A small contribution.
Yes. We'll wrap up this conversation shortly so you can actually chill without, being rigid. But what's it like having Dr. Kasolo as a friend? Because, my viewers have seen him as the father, as the WHO boss in Ghana, as the Zambian guy who, has done a lot of interesting things with his life. But they haven't seen him as a friend yet.
Yeah, well, we're not supposed to report our friends on public TV, are we? But can I start?
Yes.
So I've known Dr. Kasolo not for a long time, but long enough to characterize him and call him a friend. And we meet on the golf course regularly. He's an ardent golfer. He really loves golf. But the one thing that I appreciate about him is how he simplifies life. He's not uptight about life. He's always laughing. He's always joking, and also teaching us. He's much older than some of us, even though we match him in terms of gray hairs. He's no. He's my brother. Well, so we learn a lot from him. I learn a lot from him in terms of family life, in terms of career, in terms of worldly affairs, and just helping us, guiding us, as younger folks. I mean, even within the Silver Fox movement, there are people.
A little gray. There are some silver foxes that are a little gray.
Yeah, so simplification of life, adding a bit of laughter, and just enjoying life on the golf course. I really, really value that about him. I think the other side of golf we will not talk about. He's a good golfer.
Leave it there. He's a good golfer.
We'll leave it there.
Phil, what about you?
Well, I met him on the golf course, and I'm a new golfer, and he gave me a lot of encouragement, and I am where I am because when we play badly, we laugh. When we play well, we laugh, and it does not matter how the score goes. It just matters that we had a good round. Yeah, and after that, we make a plan for a good meal somewhere. Sometimes we go local, Ghanaian, and sometimes we go back home and make our local ugali. Ugali in Kenya is a corn fufu.
We had the Zambian version last week.
Yes.
Ishima.
And Doc, what about you? I mean, you've known him a little longer.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I think the first time we met, I was still in Geneva.
You're still in Geneva, yes.
Running the global program. And I just thought, oh, that's a bright young man.
A bright young man.
That's good. You see, different levels.
I think it was in Lusaka.
Yeah. Yes, a training. Yes, it's a training.
Global learning program. Yeah. And then when I was appointed into Brazzaville as a director, he was one of the directors then, and I think we're neighbors.
We're neighbors, yes.
Not very
So this
far.
is the director of the Africa WHO Africa office.
Yes, some of the departments. Yeah, we had a boss, and we were under, and of course we got friendly. Because they took me in. I didn't work for long in the Africa region. I came out of Geneva into the region and so on. But it was wonderful having them. And if you've lived in Brazzaville before at that time, it's not an easy place to socialize and go out. So having my neighbors as good friends, people who taught you where to go, and most importantly, where not to go. It was really very interesting, and we got along beautifully. I really valued this thing. I know, I even tried golf, I must say. I didn't quite...
No, you have a very good golf club.
They all have. And
Yes.
every morning I wake up and I see my bag of clubs in the corner.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
that's a good
I'm
one.
coming to you.
I'm going to do it.
No, we're going to take you.
I know. And so it's there. And over the years, we've worked very hard together. Sometimes it's very rough times, sometimes in good times, sometimes traveling together, sometimes working in different ways. And as he said, we had the common Professor J. Pobi, who was a houseman to here, also trained us and so on. And that just struck me as a wonderful starting point. Dr. Lucy,
Lucy Pobi is still alive. Yeah,
in Ghana.
in Ghana.
He was always a wonderful man, and anybody who knew him appreciated him, and that just created a certain bond. And of course, he loved Keta.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved also.
Aye, if he loves you, he loves you.
How many times? 3 times or something?
Maybe 4 or 5 now.
Maybe 4, yeah.
You'll become a citizen of Keta soon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you go and relax. I'm sure very soon they will be telling you, oh, please stop. Your friend was here. No, it's a lovely countryside. Really, Ghana has very good sceneries. If you take time to drive out of Accra, the peace, it's really something I would encourage people that are here on in work to really take. Accra, yes, is good.
Yeah.
But when you go really out of town, you
That's
see...
the beauty of Ghana.
Yeah, you see the real
Accra is very
Ghana.
cosmopolitan now.
It is. It is.
Very much. Very engaging in a different way. That it's not often that shall I say, a foreigner. I often hate to use that word for other Africans, but want of a better word. Gets and easily mixes. I wouldn't go anywhere. My friends are always asking, "Hey, where's your friend? Where's Francis? What's he up to? Is he coming over this weekend?" And so on. And my nephews and so on. When he gets home, he's very easily mixes and then I'll go into office and we are talking highfalutin WHO science and this variant or something, and then we get down again and it's like
different person. I've experienced that with him just in the short time that I've got to know him.
So it's an expanse of socialization that's wonderful. I think we are great to have him here.
He's not selective in the type of people that he mingles with. He gets along with everybody. Crazy, huh? He's a crazy man.
Who has had a very crazy life, and so
No, life is short. You need to really
is.
interact, and I think I always tell people, I said one of the things that I learned early in life is that you may choose to stay indoors, enjoy your life indoors, but that is not enjoy. Enjoyment is socializing with people, getting to know what others think. And with the type of life that we lead at work, really coming back and locking myself in my house is really killing myself. But if on a Friday, for instance, I decide to say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to drive out of town, or I'm going to sit with colleagues and have a chat, laugh, and come back home and sleep. I mean, for me, it adds value to my being here. It's not just to come and say I'm working with the Ghana government, but it's really working with the people of Ghana, but knowing them, who are they. And Ghana has not only Ghanaians, you have Europeans, you have colleagues from Africa. You learn one thing or the other when you interact with people.
Most definitely. So before we go for the break, a very quick round. So, Doc, what's your favorite Ghanaian food?
For me?
Yes. Doc knows.
One, if I tell you that one of the things that in the north part of Zambia, your parents can give you a go-ahead to divorce your wife is if she doesn't know how to cook beans. So when we went to Keta, they served me the red. It was a unique type of beans. And I think given an option, I'll be having it for lunch, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Red.
So that's one of my favorites, red. But also I like the way you prepare your fish.
Okay. Of course, you're a fish guy.
The fish is, here the preparation of fish in Ghana is exceptional.
Yeah.
And then of course the traditional fufus, the traditional yams. One of the things that have been even, what do you call this, the guinea fowls that you roast. What I like is with the yam.
I confirm.
Yeah, I confirm. Yeah. Can you imagine? He's playing at Celebrity tomorrow, and one of the favorite things that we have after golf there is the guinea fowl. I confirm. Yeah. So I think you are rich in food, but I was going to say that one of the things that even my children have transitioned to are yam chips. Versus the potato chips. So when we go out, they will ask. A few days ago, we were at one of the restaurants here. Unfortunately, that's a Western restaurant. So immediately they said they want yam chips. They looked like
what are you talking about?
from Zambia. So it's a type of food. I mean, that's the type of things that I think.
But I must say this, Francis, the first time we went down to Qatar, and we stopped at Sogakope, a restaurant over there, and I said, do you know I'm going to have okra soup?
Oh, yeah.
And and he looked at it and said, no, I have the same. Yeah, yes, we fetridechi. And I thought, okay, well, this guy's from Zambia, what does he know about fetri? And I thought his plate was emptier than mine, and I felt really jealous. I said, well, I am the fetri man. But yes, it's like, no, this guy knows where he's going.
The job.
Now the follow-up story is I take my wife. My wife was visiting with my daughter. They said, oh, we want to go out of Accra. I said, okay, let's drive down to Sogakope. So we drive to Sogakope, and there's what's the name of the place where we stop? Somewhere. There's a place called Somewhere. Yeah, Somewhere. So first we go to this resort. We stay there, breakfast, and then they say, is there no place where they sell different food? This food is too Western, what? I said, oh no, Uncle Dera took me to, because I always want to give an excuse. I said, no, Uncle Dera invited me to it. There's a place nearby here, so let's go. So we go there, and then they bring the menu. I order the okra soup. They say, okay, what else can we have? They say, okay, tilapia, they brought very good. What else? Oh, I said, oh, go for the yam chips. Okay.
You created your own buffet.
We started eating. When we finished eating, my wife said, why did you take us there to start eating? Why didn't you bring us here? If we didn't complain, we would have gone back having only eaten Western food.
The rice and chicken.
Yeah, so there is a lot of variety here, and I think for me, that's what we should be eating. I was in Western North, and I mean, I'm always adventurous with food, so after some functions, we went and sat, and they said, oh, what do you want to eat? I said, oh, grass cutter. Everybody was...
That's like local of local.
So everybody was, what? Doctor, are you sure?
Are you sure?
I said, I'm sure.
You want bush meat?
Bush meat, grass cutter. They brought grass cutter. So it's as an African, you need to learn how to eat foods. And it has helped working for an organization like ours, where you travel across the continent, difficult areas, to learn that food is food.
True. What about music? And then we'll go for a break. Favorite Ghanaian musician?
At the moment, I've transitioned to just really loving African music.
Okay, in general.
So it is the rumbas, the high lives, and so on. And why? I tell myself, if we don't support our own music, there's nobody who's going to support our music.
Absolutely not.
And also the rhythm that goes with most of our music, even if you are walking, you feel like you are dancing. So you don't have to be the greatest dancer. They'll just say,
move a little.
The guy is moving. And in my culture, they said an elderly guy, when music plays, as long as they are moving their hands, they are dancing.
They're dancing.
So it's easier to dance to the African rhythm, whether you come from north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
And I think that's the type of encouragement in terms of music
Wonderful.
for me. And jazz, for instance, yes, but now you're having African jazz. And I think we need to promote such cultures and so on.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So before you go on the break, just short answer. Favorite Ghanaian food?
Jollof.
Jollof. Oh, it has to be jollof. And favorite Ghanaian music? Or Ghanaian musician? Oh, you like Kiddy?
Yes.
No, you're really a party guy. And
Say
you?
cheese.
Say cheese. Take and Darlington.
I'll tell you, it's interesting. I like Abobi Tadi.
You like Abobi Tadi?
Oh.
These guys,
Hey, but Darlington.
you've taken all the names I was going
Like,
to say.
yes. I was expecting that one.
Oh no,
Bobby Tabi. Oh, that's...
and I've eaten once or twice when I went to to the Volta region. And I thought this was really...
That's music.
No, I mean,
the food was just out of this world. And the similarity with Southern Africa is is it the 1 man thousand?
Yes.
One man thousands. So we've got the sardines, Matemba.
Matemba, yes.
Matemba.
This is, yeah.
Matemba, that's what you call it.
Matemba, yeah, it's a
Matemba.
small sardines, yeah.
Matemba.
But this is a fiery meal because it's full of spice. Yes, it's hot. Yeah. So I like that. And music-wise, I don't stick to any particular genre, but local musicians, I like Sarkodie. Yeah. And I was introduced to Sarkodie 2 weeks into Ghana. I'm sitting at a restaurant. One of my friends says, I want you to meet Sarkodie. And did I know who Sarkodie is?
You didn't know.
You know Sarkodie was a drink.
Just casual, I just greeted him until a week or so later I found out that
He's a superstar.
you know, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, so I couldn't go back to say, hey, by the way,
That's why, can I take a selfie with you?
exactly, so I missed out on an opportunity. Lessons learned.
The lessons learned.
Yes.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to continue off camera, and the next time you see us, we'll be playing golf. Or I will be trying to play golf. I have to make that distinction so you don't over-expect. This is Diplomatic License. My name is Apioko. Speaking to Dr. Francis Chisaka Kasolo, country rep, ambassador, the boss of WHO Ghana, however you want to put it. Yeah, he's a big man up there. And of course, with the big boys, his friends. We'll be right back.
Okay. Stop. Okay, short. Okay. So how have you been?
Fine.
You see how we relax?
It looks like a lot of fun,
It is a lot of
healthy
fun.
competition. Certain age.
Behavior is, so you could try and hit from here. Can you have a ball?
So I should use this one. You have to teach me. Yeah, I don't play. Let me not even pretend.
Yeah. It's just a feel.
I play in my dreams.
Okay. So,
Okay.
go right up behind. Okay. But you need to hit it hard.
You need to hit it hard.
Okay, let's go and
And it takes approximately how long?
4 hours, about 4 hours. It's what should I say? It's in terms of distance, it's between 7 and 8 kilometers of walking.
Okay.
But that's if you're going straight. But most of us, because of we are not experts, we tend to go left and right. So the distance is actually more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
a whole workout.
it's a workout.
Adding the body and everything else.
It's your upper part of the body working out, the legs also working out, your stretching. So it's good for your health, and I play it basically as a supplement to my riding of a bicycle.
Okay.
Yeah, on Saturdays and Sunday. But also to try and emphasize on the need for all of us to practice and avoid all these what you call the non-communicable diseases, the heart diseases, the hypertension, diabetes. Yeah. And also, if you've if you've had a busy week, you'd want to come and unwind again here.
Okay. But for how long have you been playing?
I've been playing for about maybe 16 years.
Years.
Yep.
So even longer than cycling.
Yes. So I've been playing. Yeah, I started playing in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yep, and then continued in Brazzaville,
Okay.
and then now here.
And now here. So
Yeah.
you never gave it up. Wherever you find yourself,
Everywhere.
you
It's
find an opportunity
exactly.
to play.
Exactly.
Oh.
Thank
close.
you. It's a good exercise.
So what's the name of this one?
This is a putter. This is what you
Okay,
use
this is a
when you
putter.
get on what they call the green, to get the ball right into the hole.
So the green is very short grass.
The very
One that
short
looks
grass.
almost like carpet grass.
Exactly, and the only way you can play here is with this putter. You literally roll the ball in.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the fairways are where we came from, but you also have around the fairways what we call the rough. Yeah.
That's these.
No, the rough is where
The
there's the rugged areas.
And you can see from there as well.
No, you can only tee from the boxes where we
Okay,
were.
where we were.
Those are the starting points.
Okay.
And then
And there are 18 of them.
there are 18 boxes where you start from. Yeah. So it's but it's a good game. After this, you go and take a hot bath, sit. You relax. You do your shopping.
But Doc, you had a serious accident.
Yes.
This was how many years ago?
This was about 2003, just before I joined WHO.
Okay.
And I broke my neck, my hand, and my spine. So I then was in hospital for almost 4 months. Came out of it, I started learning how to walk.
Was it at home?
It was at home in Zambia, yeah. So, but I recovered. Touch wood. The only thing that I have is a small numbness in my small finger, but you won't notice. Super party. Now you're putting me under pressure.
And now the camera is on.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the last hole, so. Hey! What is this, gentlemen? What is this, gentlemen? Oh! Okay. So it went out. 5. So this is the last hole. We can go and sit.
Hey, and have a
And
conversation.
yes, please.
Welcome back, and you've seen beautiful scenes of the Achimota Golf Course here in Accra, Ghana. And of course, I'm here today because of my very, very special guest, the country rep of the WHO to Ghana, Dr. Francis Chisaka Kasolo. I'm getting used to the name. Now it rolls off the tongue more easily. And Doc, and we're wrapping up our conversation here. And thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time spending time with you over the past 2 weeks. But you're an ace golfer.
Oh, no, I was lucky today. I had some good shots.
Very good shots.
Yeah, but I've been playing golf for some time, so...
You can rival Tiger Woods.
Oh, no. If ever I took up golf as a career, I probably would have ended up starving my family. No, it's just an exercise. It's a very good exercise for me. You walk approximately, when you do 18 holes, you walk between 7 to 8 kilometers, depending on whether you are hitting the ball straight or going into the bush.
Whether you're doing some curves.
Some curves, yes. But it is really, I would encourage those that want to exercise to take up a sport like golf. It's actually very good as well.
Now, Doc, briefly, earlier you mentioned that you were involved in an accident in 2003 or so.
Yes.
And you had so many broken bones in your neck.
Yes, I had.
What happened?
Well, before I joined I was in the process of joining the World Health Organization.
Okay.
And at that time, I was working in my country and I was in charge of setting up the, what they call the voluntary counseling and testing for HIV, as well as the prevention of mother-to-child transmission centers across the country. So we were driving south of Zambia to deliver supplies to a mission hospital, which was off the main road by about 70-75 kilometers. And on our way back, the car rolled. I was driving and it rolled. It was early evenings, and I ended up with a broken neck, or what they call fracture subluxation, which is you fracture and it moves, of the vertebrae, what they call the C3 and 4 vertebrae. And then
that sounds serious.
Yeah, then I also had a fracture of the thoracic vertebra, which is right in the middle of the back. I had a fracture of my right hand just below the shoulder and also there.
So, I mean, if I had gone any other way, you probably wouldn't even be alive.
No, in fact, the interesting part is this is a rural place where the health services are basic. Fortunately, there was a pastor that had gone to preach and was returning on that gravel road. And on the way, he had decided to buy ceiling boards. And being a medical doctor, I already knew I had something bad had happened because of the pain in the neck, the pain in the shoulder, and the pain in the middle of my chest. So when they stopped to help
Were you
us,
bleeding?
No, I was not bleeding.
So it was all internal.
It was all
That's
internal,
an added
yes.
complication.
Yeah. So when they stopped, I was able to talk them through on how I was feeling, and the fact that they should they should not lift me, but put the ceilings under my body and lift the ceiling so that I limit the movement of the joints. So that's what happened. We're taken into what they call Choma District Hospital. basic district hospital.
Similar to our CHIPS compounds or whatnot.
So no, it's
here.
more like a district hospital. It had a theater, it had a maternity, it had wards.
Okay.
So slightly bigger than the CHIPS.
Okay.
And a Catholic priest who was a surgeon was visiting that district. So people were aware that there was a priest, but who was also a surgeon. So they went and woke him up. Then he came, looked at me at first sight, and he said, "Look, we don't move you. I think you've really had serious fractures, and we risk really getting you paralyzed."
This is just by looking at you.
Yeah, and the way I was explaining the pain. So he then asked for an empty grain sack.
Like our cocoa sacks.
Yes, the
Yeah,
cocoa
jute-
sack.
jute
So
sacks.
yes, so he got the cocoa, that equivalent of the cocoa sack, asked for a scissors, opened it up into a flap, and then opened the hole where he slid the sack, my head through the hole. Then got some sutures and made some kind of a bag, and then got some bricks with some strings and pulled my head. And then they raised the head of the bed at an angle, and I was in that position for 2 months. And then 3 months, after 3 months in hospital on traction, he came back, and then in between they managed to get some mobile x-rays, and they got some x-rays done, and they said, well, the fractures are healing, so you stay here for another month or so. After 1 month, he says, you are healed, stand up. I couldn't stand up. I'd lost the ability to stand and walk. So I had to start learning how to walk again. So this sort of delayed my joining the World Health Organization by almost 6 months. Fortunately, the World Health Organization again gave me an opportunity to take up a position when again I was offered a chance to go and act when a Nigerian professor who I mentioned in the earlier part of
last week you spoke
retired
about.
and then called me to that. So that was that accident, and I learned from that accident that really being fit does help in your recovery.
Yeah.
And since then, I've tried to do my part on exercising. Of course, because of the type of work I do and all these meetings and lunches and dinners you go to.
You're eating things that you
your
shouldn't be
eating habit sort of
sitting down
takes
for a long
away your
time.
shape.
Yeah, and
But-
especially with COVID, you're doing a lot of virtual, so you're stuck in one place.
Yeah, so for now, really, I think I could say, touch wood, I'm quite fit.
No, I mean, you must be 60 now, about,
I'm
right?
58 years old, yeah.
And you don't look it.
Oh, thank you.
What would expect 58 to look like? You don't look it.
Yeah, I'm 58 years old,
I
yeah.
cycled with you. You're
Yeah.
much better at it than
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
I've done the course with you today, and you handled the 8+
80,
kilometers
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was nobody's business. Your
Yeah.
swing is strong.
It-
You're fit.
It has to be a habit, and then fitness really helps you. And coming to really fitness, one of the things that a lot of us Africans forget,
Now the doctor is talking.
yeah, is that we've been used to what we call in medicine communicable diseases. This is the malarias, the diarrheal diseases, the HIV. But then there is a huge problem that is emerging, because as we transition in terms of our economic capacities as individuals,
Yes.
we
More-
start
more money, more
exactly.
power.
We start deviating from our traditional foods, for example. Our
Because
children
they
and
take so long. We discussed this
Exactly.
last night. They take so long to prepare.
yeah, but they are the healthy
all
foods.
that.
So you then have a situation where individuals transition into the fast foods, and yes, the fast foods are good if you want to just eat and run off, but then you also should remember that you start then getting obese, and when you start getting obese and you are leading a sedentary life where you just go to the office, come back home, you start developing things like hypertension, diabetes or sugar disease. You start developing heart complications, and eventually it affects your health. And those types of diseases called non-communicable diseases have become very common in Africa and indeed in Ghana. And I'm sure you've heard of people that have just woken up in the morning and they have a stroke and die.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all part of these
the case where you say, oh, I was just with him last night, and then
exactly.
I hear he's dead.
And these are all due to these non-communicable diseases. And that's why, in part, I've really constantly tried to exercise to reduce the risk, first of all, of these non-communicable diseases. The more you exercise, the more you are able to get your heart in a perfect condition, the more you burn the excess fats which clog your heart, which clog your vessels and so on. And if you do that regularly, the chances of you having even things like diabetes start going down. And so we try to encourage people to exercise. For me, one of the things I always say, like big industry should actually put in place what you'd call an exercise day or an exercise afternoon.
Day.
It's important to have your workers being very fit, because then they're able to deliver what you want them to deliver. But if they're not in good health, you then have all these absenteeism.
So your health is your wealth, right?
Productivity goes down. So yeah, so really invest in these exercises. I mean, the big companies, the mining companies, the pharmaceutical companies in Ghana, including the government itself, can say, for instance, on a Wednesday or a Friday, from 2 o'clock in the afternoon up to 4, you have to go. Even walking is an exercise. You say, we'll walk, the whole team will walk around, come back to the office, finish off, and then go off.
Thank you for sharing it.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing it, and thank you for spending time with us. Like I said, I know you're extremely busy, but you've made more than enough time to, and also welcomed us into your home. We met your family, your girls. You've told us the truth, you know, about the positives and negatives of your life, and not many people are willing to do that. So thank you very much.
Well, I'll just like to say thank you very much, and I think keep up this the work that you're doing. You as journalists are our mouthpieces, and anytime there is issues of health, issues of development, I think let's work with you to project what some of these things that we've been working with government are really meant to do for the Ghanaians. And just to say, I hope we will be able to come back and discuss more on some of the other health issues that are going on. And I hear you run a cooking program, so maybe I'll come and cook with you.
We should make some of your pumpkin leaves.
The pumpkin leaves, yes, exactly.
Authentic
And there are more
meal. And the Ghanaian ones that you've learned
and also learn extra things from you. Yes.
Some are Bobitani and red.
Yeah, red. Well, I enjoyed red.
Yeah.
Like
I told you, I music in the background.
Yes, and then I'll want to learn how to really cook the red. It really tasted well.
It will be fun.
Good.
We'll do that.
Yeah, great.
Doc, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and keep well.
We will.
And
we'll
fit.
Definitely be very important. I'll come and play golf with you.
Please, you're welcome anytime. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been Diplomatic License, and for the second week running, of course, I've been spending time with Dr. Francis Chisaka Kasolo. He's the country rep, the ambassador, the boss. I like to use all the accolades for him of the World Health Organization, the WHO in Ghana. I've learned so much from him. He's a man of culture. He's a man for Africa, and he definitely has a deep, deep soft spot for health and for the health of us as Ghanaians and Africans. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Apioko. I'll see you next week with another exciting, fascinating conversation with a new guest.